Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra if you haven't been here before. Today I'm excited to share with you my Franklin haul. So I'm breaking this up into two parts because I haven't received my binders yet, but we're going to talk about the inserts I got first. They've been sitting on my desk waiting to do this video, and I realized I have to do this video before I do my inserts video. So here we go. I got, so excited, two different inserts that I have never received before. I've got the Sandstone with the 7 Habits, and I also have the Carrera. Okay, so I know that Carrera are very, very popular amongst a lot of people that I watch on YouTube, and so I'm excited to try it out. Now, the main difference for me, I want to say I'm a functional planner, but I'm also decorative. I do use stickers. I use a lot of washi tape, and I like my planner to look pretty because it does inspire me to continue going. I like looking at a pretty planner every day when I open it up, right? So I got the Carrera because it's very cool toned. The color is gray. It's marble, gray and white. That's it. And that's what you get. There's not a lot of decoration on it. That's it. Now, the Sandstone, on the other hand, is very warm colored. It's a different pattern 4 times throughout the year. And so whiteout might be a problem, but I wanted something that was warm, something different that I haven't used before, and I also wanted something cool. Now, if you guys have seen my binder switch videos, you'll know that I have a lot of binders. So I am going to be doing a binder collection video as well, and I'm going to share that with you, and I'm going to share the traits of every binder that I personally love and the ones that maybe I don't love so much. And I'm going to talk about the differences. And in that video, a lot of the binders that I will share with you are no longer available, but the ones that are, I will let you know. Okay, so now I also got this tiny little pouch. This is for the compact. And of course, I've got these types of pouches for my Franklin binders, but this one actually is decorated with this floral pattern, and I didn't get the, so what is this called? The Planner Love zipper pouch. So I didn't get the classic size and time. It was sold out when I went to buy it, which is, you know, it is what it is. But I think this is so cute, so I'm going to be using this in my compact. Probably starting right away. I mean, honestly, my compact I use for on the go. I don't really like keep a lot of stickers or like miscellaneous receipts in there. Sometimes receipts, it depends. So I'm going to use this for anything that, you know, that doesn't fit in a zipper, or if I need to keep some type of document or some stickers or something. So I'm going to keep that in my compact. So as for my compact inserts, I'm just going to take a look at these guys here. So I also got the Carrera for my compact for 2025. I'm excited to use these because I think they'll go with every single binder I have, and it was actually a toss-up. I was tentatively thinking of these along with the 7 Habits, because I think the 7 Habits would be so cute in a compact, and these inserts themselves are just so adorably tiny and cute. I just love them. So now, if we page through, like, of course, Franklin Covey sometimes puts note pages throughout. You don't get many, but you do get a couple here at the beginning. So that's kind of nice. You get some note paper. I love having day on 2 page. I don't know what it is. I just love it. Even if I don't necessarily use the daily notes page every single day, it's just, I feel like when I don't have it, like, I'm missing it. Like, for example, right now, I had purchased inserts from Her Point of View, which I think were like my favorite for compact so far. But I had purchased them, but they were from July to June. And so as of June 2024, I ran out. And I've been using these free inserts I printed online that are not my favorite because they're weeklies. And now that I don't have my day on 2 page, I'm missing them so much. I have no room to write, and I'm just kind of bummed about it. So the good thing about the Carrera is that even though this is compact size and they're tiny, you actually can start at 5 in the morning and you can end at 10. So I love that. I love and there's like a little daily tracker. You have a fairly large task list, which is nice. If you guys have seen my videos, you know that I'm really big on tasks. I I have a lot in my day that happens, and so I need lots of room here. But I think for my compact, this is perfect. And yeah, they're so adorable because they're so cute. And so what I did is I already opened them up and I popped them into my binder because my her point of view were already done as of June. So I just went ahead and put them in there. And this is what I'll be using for 2025 for my compact. Okay, now as for my classic, I'm so excited to open these. And I only have one binder available right now. I do have, let's see, I'm not sure if I have 4 storage binders, but I know I have 3 for sure. Yeah, maybe I just have the 3 because I actually did a thing, and this is a little off topic, but I did a thing and I actually cleaned my basement on the weekend, which was amazing. The best feeling in the world. It's not completely done, but I know where everything is now, and I was able to like find all of my like Franklin Covey inserts and my storage binders. So very, very excited for that. So I have a teal storage binder, the dark purple one, and a black one. Okay, and right now, so what I technically do, because I tend to use, and like you might ask why I have 2, it's because of the color difference. And again, these are some like 2 of new ones I've never tried before. And a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll purchase a January to December package of inserts, but then when the new ones come out in for July, I'll purchase July to June. And so then I've got all of these different ones to choose from. And then when December is done, I start in on like I can use and kind of pick and choose which ones I want to use. And the thing is that because I have so many different binders, a lot of the times I like having those options. So for example, if I'm using a light pink binder, I might want to have her point of view. And so with this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to be dedicated and not use any other inserts. I'm going to try to use these 2 throughout this year because I've got my cool ones and I've got my warm ones. So we'll see. Okay, because we have already seen, we've already seen the Carrera in the compact, but I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in classic size. I want to check to see if the dates are different. You know that you have more task room on these ones. Obviously, they come with, oh, and I guess I never pointed that out, but in my compact, what I do as soon as I get them in my binder, I won't do this now if one of these packs of inserts isn't in a binder, but what I always do is all of the monthlies come at the front of the pack, usually when you open them. So what I do when I put mine in the binder, I just take each month. So I'll take like all of January, for example. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll take all of January and I'll put it behind the January tab as soon as I pretty much get them and put them in the binder, because it's so much easier to keep them organized that way, and then I can just like grab all of January when I go to use it. So that's what I do. So here's January. You've got the index page. This is usually where I write, like say for example, I write important notes on the daily notes page. I will come here and I'll write down the date and I'll write what it was, kind of give a little highlight about it. And then when I go back to review something, I can say, okay, I've got this important note. I need to go back and transfer to my reference page in my planner. So sometimes a note won't be important enough to transfer it to the next month, and I won't write it in my reference section. Okay, so they're lined. I like this. They're very lightly lined. I think these are very, very nice for this year. I'm very happy that I got them. But yeah, they've got all of the dates. They've got all of the moons on here, which is nice. A little note section. So I mean, Franklin Covey inserts are very, very similar. You've got your master task list for personal and business, which I use if I'm not using my Beautiful Life inserts. And then you've got another index. So I'm going to point this out. So this says important information recorded on this month's daily or weekly notes. So technically, this page is supposed to be for it says daily or weekly, And then this page says index important information recorded on this month's daily notes. So like any information, I guess, technically, that goes on the weeklies will also go on my dailies. The weekly, which I use the Beautiful Life insert, is for an overview of my week. So I can look at it, glance at it, and say, okay, this is what I've got going on. This is how busy my week looks. I can fit in like A, B, and C here, here, and here. My daily is like a snapshot of my day, but a close-up snapshot. So I can see exactly what I need to do and where I need to be. So the reason I only use this page is because I know when I'm going back and reviewing information, if I need to, that I can just look at the monthly tabs and it'll be there. At least I know by the tab where to find it. So that's why I put it only on this part. Okay, so on the back of the daily index is your first day. So, okay, which is interesting. So the compact insert appointment schedule goes from 5 to 10. And the classic only goes from, I can do 7 to 9. So I find that very interesting. Again, you get your daily tracker and you've got your prioritized daily task list and then a page for notes. So another thing that I enjoy about Franklin Covey, and I don't think it matters what inserts you get, they always have some kind of positive like affirmation or positive quote, and they put them at the top or the bottom of the page, and they're different for every day. So, I mean, you get a little bit of inspiration, which I really enjoy. So there is the Carrera. And the pattern for the Carrera is all the same. It doesn't change from month to month. It is never going to change. Just that beautiful marble pattern. Okay. I think the thing people like the most about these inserts is that other than the original inserts, these are probably the most like neutral of all of the inserts I've come across personally. And you can pretty much color them anything that you want. Like you can have them as neutral as you want. So you can just leave it like that and just do your writing and you're good to go. And, you know, honestly, you don't have to, you could just be a complete functional planner, no stickers, no washi tape, nothing. But if you do want to use stickers and washi tape, this is completely like neutral, right? So I think that's why a lot of people use these because they like the neutrality of them. But the original, for example, they kind of have that blue teal color. And so if you don't love that, then these are a really, really good option. So I'm very excited to dive into these this year. Okay, so the other one, and this one I'm really excited for. The only time I've ever seen these on YouTube was when Marsha from Buy Sell Plan had used them. And then halfway through, she decided to sell hers and she went with Agendio, which is a completely different system. And I really enjoyed how she like put them in her planner and had, because I remember back then she had this like, was it the, I can't remember the name of the planner, but they were really pretty. It was like a blue teal color and like a muted kind of clay blue teal color and then like a canyon color, and it looked so good together. I really like that. So the one difference between the Carrera that I showed you and the Sandstone 7 Habits is that because it's the 7 Habits, it comes with a starter pack. And a starter pack can be purchased separately on Franklin Covey's website. It basically, if you've never used Franklin Covey before, it gives you like an introduction to Franklin. So it gives you, well, I guess I'll just walk through it. So here is the front page. It gives you a welcome. It's really nice. Like this doesn't really show up in other planners. The only other planner that I've seen it in is the 7 Habits. And what other? I think that's pretty much it. It's like the 7 Habits or the Sandstone. You do pay a little bit more money for this too, just so you know. But I think because it's the 7 Habits and because Stephen Covey did come out with a book, The 7 Habits, I think they've incorporated it into 2 of their planner systems. And the 7 Habits, which I'll show you in my inserts video, that one is a little bit more like masculine colors. Like it's definitely got, it's neutral, it's beautiful, but the colors are definitely more masculine. And so these ones I'd have to say are definitely more feminine. But I've seen men and women use both of them, so it doesn't really matter, of course, we're all gender neutral. So now you've got a welcome page, which is actually really nice. I don't remember if I got that in my 7 habits. I can't remember, but it's the same color and design as the rest of the planner. Okay, you've got your intro page where you can put your name, same pretty color, I love that. And then you've got your quick start guide. This really tells you how the Franklin Covey system works, and you can go through this if you're new to Franklin Covey. Okay, and then you have your monthlies. So again, same system. Franklin Covey, I think part of the reason people keep coming back to Franklin Covey is that the system doesn't change. There are some changes, absolutely, and I'll go through that in my insert video for the inserts that I have personally used, but for the most part, they don't change. And I think that's what people like about it, because, you can depend on them. You can depend on them keeping the same thing that works, and it does work. It absolutely works. I have used this for 4 years now, and I think it's just a wonderful system. So the monthlies are lined, and as you can see, you can tell by the color how whiteout on these is not your friend. So if you use whiteout, you're going to have a big white spot on your monthly. And I'm a big whiteout person, so we'll see how it goes. There are ways around it. You can cover it up with a sticker, so we'll see how that goes. But I will be definitely using these. I'm very excited to use them. Okay, so I'm just going to bypass all of the monthlies. Of course, you've got your personal and business task list on the back. And oh, by the way, the pattern does change. So the first pattern, I think it changes with every quarter. Let's just double check. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so the monthlies seem to be the same pattern. Okay, let's check this out. So now this is like the starter pack dividers. So you've got planning calendars, planner guide, values, missions, goals, finances, key information, the 7 habits, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then address phone. So those are simply the dividers. Now you have all of the inserts to put in with those dividers if you choose to use them. Okay, so you have a compass card holder. So these are your weekly compass cards, and they're basically meant to fill out your roles and your big rocks. Franklin Covey's system, well, I'm not going to explain it all right here. It basically helps you take care of the goals in your life that you hold most dear to your heart, which are based on your values. So I think that's kind of where goals need to begin from. Personally, I use a different goal system, but I still kind of follow this. I have written out my values and my roles and stuff, and I do that every year. I do change it, and I try to shorten my mission statement every year as well. Which never really seems to happen, but I've been trying to shorten it over the last 4 or 5 years. Well, since 2021. Yeah, I've been trying to shorten it since I started. But I use the Cultivate What Matters goal planning system, and it runs along the same lines that you need to start with what you value and what's important in your life. And so the first section is sharpen the saw. So it talks about yourself. You've got a physical spot, a social, emotional, a mental, and spiritual. Okay, so that's for you. And then you've got 7 areas for roles. So say, for example, you are a mother, and big rock might be, spending time with your kids each evening after school or helping them with their homework. And then you can put other valuable information here that you want to accomplish in that role. So say, for example, something very important to you, say that you're a daughter or a son, and you need to do something for your mom or dad, you want to put it here. And this is just a reminder. So you pop this little weekly compass card in the holder, and it can travel with you day to day in your planner, or it can go week to week, and you can basically keep track of what's important to you. So I love this. I use this all the time. Sometimes I use the progressive task list instead of this, but I do kind of come back to the compass card quite often. Okay, so then you have the introduction to the planner guide. So it talks about the pyramid, the top-down method, and you can go through and read all of this. Then you've got a values mission section, and then they've actually got journaling prompts for you to start working on your values. Then you can do your roles, okay? And it gives you some activities to do, and then it all leads you to develop a personal mission statement. And if you're really interested in that, I would recommend you to read Franklin Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's, you know what, I found it actually pretty dry. I've read it once before. I read it like 2 or 3 years ago, but I read it again for Jane's Agenda Master Plan class, and I always come back. I love reading books again because you do pick up more things the second time around, but I still found it just as dry. It is dry, but there were a few chapters, especially where they talk about how to develop your mission statement. Stephen Covey's son ended up writing a bit about it, and it was kind of interesting, so I liked reading that part. And then you get a sample goal planning sheet. You get some goal planning sheets in here too, which I love. And then you get some various sheets. You get like monthly expense tracker, budget, a yearly one, a vehicle, personal information, medical record, special days. You can actually pick up a special occasions pack from Franklin Covey as well. Then you get into website tracker and weights and measurements. So there's lots of valuable information in here. And then you finally get down to the name and address book, which you can put under your tab. Okay, so that is the pack, but there's also, I'm going to find it now, where did it go? And I think all of the planners, I think I forgot to mention, they do have a future planning section as well. I don't think I went through the Carrera one, but they do have a future section. So at the back of this one anyway, holidays and observances at the very back, and then they have for the entire year of 2026, they have right up until December, so you can write down future planning in there for the next year, which I actually really like. And then they go a step further here, so you've got your future planning for the next like so many years. So after December 2026, you get a 2027, a 2028, 2029, and 2030. Okay, and then here it looks like you get some paper. So you get a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but you get a few filler paper. Because the thing is, I don't think you can buy sandstone paper in the Franklin Covey shop, or in the Franklin Planner shop anyway. Okay, so then you get this section called the 7 Habits. And again, there is a tab for this, and it basically gives you a highlight, which is actually kind of cool. It gives you a highlight of all of the 7 Habits from Stephen Covey's book. And it's actually kind of nice because it's kind of like Cliff's Notes, if you know what I mean. Like it gives you the top down, it just gives you an overview of what the book is about. And so it is quite nice. I enjoy having that. I don't usually keep it in my planner only because my planner already has valuable real estate, and my planners are usually so big that I simply don't have the room. But I love reading it, and I love going through and just kind of seeing what's all there. Okay, so then you have the January index. So again, I write mine on my monthly. This is what the January monthly. Okay, and then the thing I like about the 7 Habits, and again, now these sandstone ones, is that you have, I'll zoom in a bit, you have these like darker lines here. So you can really break down your day. I always break mine down with business, personal, and other, or sometimes I'll do school, but usually other. So like this might be for random notes. And if I run out of room, like say for example, my business list is really, really busy that day, I'll just use 2 spots for that and just continue straight through. And then this will be for personal. But generally, like I usually my days are really, really busy. So again, this one goes from 6 a.m. to, I guess, anytime like 10, 11, 12 if you wanted it to. And if you wanted to use like a point, 1 line per whatever, you could go start at 5. So that's nice with these ones. And then also you get a quote from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People at the bottom of each page, which is really cool. All right, so that is it. And I just want to see if the pattern changes. I know that when Marsha went through hers, the pattern changed for her each quarter, but it looks like that might be, I'm not sure if that's one of the things that's changed because I don't really see a difference here. And there wasn't really a color difference. I can't tell. Oh no, there was a bit of a color difference. Okay, so I was wondering about that. I can't tell if that's a color difference, but this definitely looks more like yellowy toned, and this definitely looks more pink toned. And then that's more brown. So maybe, so this looks like more yellow, this looks a little bit more brown, that's more pink, and then that's brown again. Okay, I was kind of wondering. So there is like a very, it's very subtle, but you can definitely see it. So, all right, so that is it for my insert part of this haul, and then we will continue with the binders. All right, you guys, I am back with the last part of my Franklin haul. So I showed you guys the inserts first, and something happened because I didn't get my binders until Monday the 30th, which is actually a national holiday here in Canada. I got my binders today, and now we can finish the haul. So I did actually post my insert video before my haul, which includes my new inserts. So it's a bit backward, but it is what it is. So let's get started. First one that I want to show you that I want to be using for November with my Cozy Fall Cocoa Daisy kit is the Torino binder. Who would have ever thought I would have got this binder? This has kind of grown on me since I've watched it over the last couple of months on the website. I first saw it when it was a spiral bound option, and I think it was a dark brown and then this color. And let me find out what this color is. I know I had brought up the binders on the website. Now I'm interested in what the name of it is. Okay, so this one is called the Cognac. So I love this color for fall. This is kind of what I was looking for my November setup. Now, the main feature of this binder that's different is the closure. They call it a snap on the website, but it is not a snap. It's this little ball closure, and then there's a little hole punch in the strap, and the strap has a little slit so that you can easily put it on and off. And it's just meant to sit there. I don't think it's going to keep it closed, so I'm going to have to be careful not to stuff this binder too full. And the biggest difference is that it is unstructured. So it is the most simple binder I think that I have. And it is kind of like, it's not completely flappy. It does still have somewhat structure, but it's not structured like all the other binders that we have come to know and love. So the stitching is made with, I don't know if it's rawhide, but the stitching from the heavy duty leather sewing machines. This is the type of binder that my dad would have made me and that my sister can make me. So I think I've talked about this before, but my dad had a leather business. It was a side job. My sister has taken it on to a higher level, and she has called it Doll Leather Works, and she's on Facebook, and she actually makes products for people and sells it to them. And this is something that I would expect from her. She actually made me a journal one time. Like a journal cover. I should show you guys. And it's got a horse engraved on the front, which is mine. Like, it's perfect for me. I love it. But anyway, so I love the detailing on this. The dye on here, it looks kind of like it's a tie-dye type job, but I think what happened is there's spots of the leather that are drier and pick up more pigment than others. And so I think that's what happened. It's not an even process. And it's textured, so it kind of reminds me of the Aspen binder a little bit in the coloring, but the texture is a little bit more grainy, which is kind of like a natural green on here. And it's not as smooth as the Aspen binder. I love this detail on the front and back of the binder. So it's got this strip all the way across. And it's pretty simple in the front and the back. It doesn't have any pockets or any zippers or anything like that. So it keeps it pretty simple. Now the inside, it has silver rings. I was examining it when I first was doing my first round of filming. I was examining the screws. They are not the conventional screws that we're used to. I don't think I'll be able to take these ones in and out. I was hoping I could switch it for gold rings, but I don't think I can. I haven't tried, but I don't think I want to, considering that they're different. I might have my fall set up in here and I'll just have to keep these rings, but they are 1.5 inch. And then it's got this really open side pocket here, and then these 3 card slot holders. I don't know how I'm going to use it exactly because I do have a lot of quote cards I want to use, and this isn't really going to work with that. So I might have to figure out a way to hold other things. I'm going to put my important information in here and in the back, and then I'm going to make a pocket using the Cocoa Daisy things that I got for Cozy Fall. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, it has the pocket on the back and it only has 1 pen loop. So if you're looking for a simple binder that is genuine leather, but it actually feels and looks like genuine leather, all of these products from Franklin are manufactured, but this is something that looks like it could come from like a real leather store, where the products are fairly simple. And I love this. Like, I think it's so fantastic. I'm excited to set up my November planner set up already. I've been kind of looking forward to it for a while, and I've got all of my fall stuff out here, and I was kind of comparing. I'm like, which inserts would be better in here? So now I get to pick and choose, and then we'll be ready for November when that time comes. So that's the first binder, the Torino binder in Cognac. The next binder I want to share with you is this one. This is a Celeste binder. And now I had another person and I from the Franklin Covey Facebook group were talking about this binder, that we were interested in getting it. When I saw it online, I thought that it looked bright orange. I was like, perfect, a good binder for summer. It's going to be amazing. When I have it in person, I feel like it's more of a burnt orange, kind of like a middle ground between bright and burnt orange. And I feel like you could use this in fall and summer. So I might have to do a switcheroo. Depending on how much I love my Torino binder, I might have to switch this halfway through. We'll see. The biggest thing that stands out is, of course, the clasp. This is different than anything I've seen before with Franklin Covey. It's a wood little clasp, and it's magnetic. When you switch it, it goes ding, ding. And magnetic, just like, maybe it's not magnetic, but it feels like it's got like a pull to it when you turn it. So this little piece goes right around that, and then it has this little like piece here. So I think that's really nice because it's not going to put too much pressure on the wood portion of it and break it off. So I think that's a great idea. The stitching is orange, it matches the binder, and this is a Saffiano texture. So if you guys are familiar with Jane's Agenda faux wrap covers, the Nori Green one is made out of a Saffiano texture. Their products are man-made. This is leather. So this is real leather. This is very similar to my Saffiano Michael Kors leather bag. It's light pink, but it's also the Saffiano texture. And it just means it's the way it's processed and it's pressed, and so it's much harder. It's not like a nice, soft, natural leather like this is. Like if this gets beat up, you're going to see the marks. This one, I don't know. It feels almost like it could be like a resin on top almost. Like, so I feel like it's a bit more sturdy, but you know, it can still get damaged. So you have to be careful. So then on the back, it's just, again, completely plain, but with the strap sewn on. So then the inside, it is 1.25 inch rings. So I will be switching out these rings. I think silver looks really good in here, so I'll probably keep the silver in, but I will switch them out for 1.5 when I get there. I'm just going to take all of these things out. I don't keep these in, but you do get 2 black page lifters with this binder. Okay, and so this binder reminds me a lot of the Anna. Honestly, it does. It's got the clear page, the clear card holder here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card slots. This slip pocket here, the zipper pocket, which is right there, and then of course the side pocket, exactly like the Anna. The back is the same as the Anna as well. It's got 2 big pockets and then the 2 smaller card pockets, and then it's got 2 pen loops, which are elasticized. So the inside is very much like an Anna. It's just that front closure is so much different, but I really like that. I think it's different, and that's why I wanted to get it, because I was like, I'm tired of just the same old things, and I wanted something that was a bit different, that stood out. while still maintaining the quality, because I think a good leather binder, you can never go wrong with leather. I think it's going to last and stand up, and you'll be able to have it forever and ever. It's not going to crack on you as long as you take care of it, and it's just going to be amazing. Just remember, as with all products, you should always keep them out of direct heat, keep them out of the sunlight. Don't keep them on your dash in your vehicle in the summer or the winter. And yeah, just take care of them. Make sure you use leather conditioner on them. Franklin Covey does have a nice set of leather care products you can use. Okay, the last binder. The last binder is a compact binder, and it's a zipper. I've never owned a zipper compact before. So this is the Jody binder. And I wanted to get the teal one, but my plan was to get the red, because I love the inside of this binder. I want to get the red in compact, and I'm going to get the teal in classic. So I haven't got that one yet, but I will. And I don't own many zipper binders, especially in classic, because the way I set up my binder, the tabs get destroyed. So usually I only use them for summer. So if I use a classic zipper binder in winter or any other time of the month, I'm going to have to revamp my style and how I set up my planner, I think. But I just think this is the cutest little thing. Look at the back. So the whole binder is leather. It's this beautiful, rich burgundy. Like, it's so pretty. It's not even red, it's burgundy. It's like this mix between mulberry and purple and red. So pretty. It's got this tan color leather here, and it's still done in the same stitching as the Torino binder, kind of that off-white rawhide color. If you guys have seen like natural rawhide, that's the color that it is. It's got a zipper on the back, which I adore. I love that. And I love that you can see the zipper. It's not covered up like the Anna's are. And I like the gold detail. I think it's so cute on this binder. So when you open it up, again, it's got all of the protector stuff in here. We're just going to pull all of that out. So of course it doesn't lie completely flat. It's kind of like stiff. It just needs a minute. I find the zipper binders are like that a lot. Also, it did come with black page finders, but we'll just leave those to the side for now. This is a 1-inch binder. I will be putting 1.25-inch gold rings in here because, again, I like to have, even in my compact, I like to have a bit bigger rings. It's got the 2 pockets in the back. And then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card slots. It's got the slip pocket. It has the zipper here, kind of like the Anna's. And then it has the interior slip pocket here as well. It's got 2 pen loops, and just the way this looks like when it's open and you can see the red leather, I think it's so cute. I think it's so pretty. I just love this. And I know a lot of people like zip binders because they keep everything in place. But for me, I think having a classic zip binder is just not as realistic for me because it does wreck the insides of the things I like to keep in there. But for my compact, I don't really decorate my compact as much. It's more for on the go. And so if I can just like zip it and be done with it and pop this in my purse, I think this is a lot more realistic for me. So I love having the zipper. So who knows, maybe I'll rethink getting the teal color in classic, and maybe I'll just get it in compact as well and have both of them in compact because I think they are absolutely adorable. And I can't wait to put my new inserts in here for 2025. I do have, like I was showing you earlier, I do have my Carrera inserts. And I think any inserts would look great in this binder, but I think it's too bad they didn't have the sandstone because I think they would look good in here. But I think the 7 Habits would look amazing in here. They would probably be really nice, and it's kind of making me want to get the 7 Habits for compact, but we'll see. So I think that is it. That's the entire haul that I wanted to share with you guys. And stay tuned for my binder collection video that will be out probably right after the haul. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, please consider subscribing. Click on the bell button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!